First, sorry for the inconvenience that I should be leaving and I changed the program, but I'm receiving a VIP person coming for celebrating the 100 years on the Bahrain police today. Dear Sima Bakai, ladies and gentlemen, members of the esteemed forum, good afternoon. It's my privilege to be here with you today, sharing with you my journey in the public sector. I'll skip a number of years. I would like also to thank my dear friend, Dr. Umran, who advised to share this experience with you. As many Jordanians, I started my journey in the public sector at the Jordanian Armed Forces. As I'm sure you all know the reputation of our army, the Jaysh al-Arabi. Because most of our nations participated in, especially with our wars in the region with Israel, 1948, 67, 68. I served almost a decade in the Jordan Armed Forces, and this experience shaped my personality, enforcing commitment, decision-making, strategist, discipline in me. Also, I had the honor to serve under His Majesty King Abdullah II in the task group at the early 90s. Moving from military service to civil service in the late 90s was a very big challenge. Especially I moved to the Prime Minister office at a very crucial time for Jordan, the passing of the legend, King Hussein. May his soul rest in peace. 2000, the beginning of the millennium, starting from 11 September, the tragic incident which affected the whole world and paved the way for extremists to distort Islam. To the Iraqi invasion in 2003, where we in Jordan, as a border country, witnessed the immigration of around 1 million Iraqi refugees, over and above the big number of refugees we hosted before, which made it very challenging for us to find jobs for our youth, as we shared our homes and resources with our brothers and sisters, the refugees. After that, you all remember the world economic crisis in 2008 that most of our countries have suffered. At that time, I was appointed as an advisor to the Prime Ministry and head of the Investors Claim Unit at the Prime Ministry to encourage investors to come and invest in my country, as we were facing many economic challenges. Then in 2010 and before what is called the Arab Spring, we started in Jordan our political reform, establishing a Ministry of Political and Parliamentary Affairs, where I was appointed as the first Secretary General for this ministry. And the role is to enhance the relation between the two branches, executive and legislative, and working on our political reform process. And we were able, in the National Kingdom of Jordan, to make the challenges to an opportunity. So we made reforms. We did some amendments on the constitutions, around 1/3 of the constitution, which brought out for us a constitutional court, independent electionary commissionary, anti-corruption commissionary, extending the terms of member of parliament for 6 months, and strengthening the independence of the jury, respecting human rights, achieving justice and equality, and activating the role of the civil society institutions. We also changed the electoral law with the political party law to encourage people, especially youth, to participate in the political life and other laws related as decentralization. It was our role to go to the field and promote the importance of these amendments to the people. And thank God, by the wisdom of His Majesty and the patience of the Jordanians, we were able to cross that tough time safely. 2011, the war in Syria, receiving around 1.3 Syrian refugees in my country. So now my country hosts more than 3 million refugees, as 1/3 of the population are refugees. From here, I would like to thank the Kingdom of Bahrain for its continuous support to Jordan in carrying out the responsibility of containing the refugees on its territory, and for its continued support to Jordan in various fields. This big number of refugees, raised the number of unemployment. We announced it as 19% in public, but much more between youth. We pray and ask God that these refugees go back to their country safely. It's a humanitarian disaster. It is uneasy to leave your home and land and country. Ladies and gentlemen, as Bahrain, we in Jordan, we might not be so rich in our natural resources, but definitely we're so rich by our human resources. And especially youth, and this is the fortune. 2016, I was appointed as a Minister of Youth, and this was a pride to me serving our youth. As you all know, 70% of Arab and Muslim countries are below the age of 35 years old. These youth, these talented, creative youth, who their innovations knows no bounds, who their energy knows no limits, their potential is so full of promise, that are our most vital resource, the key of the future. Sure, it was a great experience, many activities, lots of initiatives coming from the youth themselves. It wasn't sport only. It was more engaging them in the political life as we were heading for elections that year. So we had a campaign about the importance of participating in political life and how their votes makes a difference. Counter-terrorism, counter-radicalization was the main topic for us at the ministry. We didn't want our youth to go and participate in radical movements, especially we had these movements in the neighborhood, Syria and Iraq. And we started focusing on teaching them about real and true Islam, talking about the main principles of Amman Message 2004, which declares what Islam is and what it is not. I really had learned a lot from our youth that I had the privilege of working with. Our youth, our future, Shabab Mustaqbal. Then, July 2017, a political appointee as the Jordanian ambassador in the Rotary Kingdom, Bahrain. Jordan and Bahrain have a long-standing bilateral ties. As you all know, Jordan and Bahrain enjoy a unique, distinguished, and historical relations, which is reinforced by the deep-rooted ties between their majesties, King Abdullah II and his brother, King Hamad bin Khalifa bin Isa al Khalifa. And both countries share on various political visions, especially regarding security and stability of the Middle East. We are always keen to further promote our ever-growing relation, to positively reflect on the lives of people of both countries. Investment in human training and education was the focus of all development plans for both kingdoms. The Bahraini-Jordanian relations are so close, spanning many years, and we have made great strides in various fields that contributed to the renaissance and development of the two brotherly countries in the sectors of education, higher education, health, tourism, student exchange. And we look forward to further cooperation and exchange experience together. My friends, today, as in 1998, the world continues to face a range of complex and shifting threats, and yet a symbol of determination, the commitment of Jordan, Bahrain, and its regional partners to stability and prosperity remains constant. I have no doubt that under historic bonds amongst our countries will continue to grow and strengthen in the years ahead. Finally, in the presence of this kind gathering, allow me to thank the Speaker Kingdom of Bahrain, as Jordanians community here consistently prize the welcome and support they receive from all Bahrainis. God bless you all. Thank you very much.